Hey there, welcome to Rahuls.net. In today's video, we will learn about how to use ChatGPT OpenAI API in .NET Core application. So first we need to obtain an API key from OpenAI.com by registering there. And once we'll register there, so we can go to the API section, and from API section we'll see this left now. Here we can see the API key, and by clicking on the create new secret key, we can generate a new API key, and that we can use in our application to access their API. Okay, so in this video we are going to consume chat completion endpoint. So here we can see this is the documentation of their OpenAI.com, and here we can see the chat completion OPS endpoint. So this one is this is the post request. Okay. So to consume this endpoint in our .NET application, so basically we have two approach. The first one is using the HTTP client call. We can make an HTTP client call, and we can consume this API. And the second approach is using the OpenAI NuGet package package. Using that also we can consume this API. So in today video, first we'll try to consume this API using the HTTP client call. So this is the curl URL of this API. So here we can see this is the post request, and it requires the authorization. So we need to pass the authorization as a bearer, and along with the whatever key we'll get for this when once we'll register to the OpenAI platform. Okay, and this endpoint basically it will require a request body, and in the request body we can see a two parameter is mandatory. First one is the model, and the second one is the messages. Okay, so what is model? So here the OpenAI API is powered by a diverse set of models, and with different capabilities. So based on our requirement, we can choose the model, like which model we want to use. So in our case, so today we are going to use the GPT 3.5. So GPT 3.5 is basically capable of understanding and generating a natural language or code. Okay, so in our chat completion endpoint, we are going to use the GPT 3.5 model. So and this model have so if you'll go to here again in the document reference, so this endpoint basically have some other parameter as well, like a frequency penalty we have, and then max token. What is max token? So the max token property specify the maximum number of tokens, words or phrases to generate in the completion. And here we can see for each and every model we have the different a token number. So here we can see if you are using the GPT 3.5 turbo, so the maximum token length we can specify it to the 4096. Okay, and if you are using the GPT-4, so for GPT-4 we have 1,28,000. So based on the model, the max token limit will be vary. Okay, so now we'll jump to the code directly, and we'll see how we can implement those. So so this is the so this is the solution, and this solution I have created in .NET 8. Okay, and C# 12. Okay, so here if you'll see, so in the app setting.json, basically I have configured the open API key which we got from here. Okay, after that after that I have created a service. So this is the chart completion service is there, and I have created the interface for that. And as we are using the .NET 8 and C# 12, so we have a new feature of primary constructor. So here I'm using the primary constructor. So here we can see the syntax of this primary constructor. So I have directly injected the I configuration dependency injection as well as the HTTP client factory to consume to call the HTTP call. Okay. So if you are using the IHTTP client factory, so in the program.cs, basically we have to add this as in dependency. So what it will what this line of code will do basically, so it will add the I HTTP client factory and related service to the service collection. Okay. And the for other two, like I said, service and interface. So here we have added the dependency as a scope, like dependent add scope, and then their interface and this class. Okay. Now we'll go to the chart completion service, and here if you'll see, so I am using, like I have like write HTTP client dot create client, and then I have given a name. So you can give any name for this factory. Okay, and then after that, as we saw in the documentation, we have to pass this as a like a request body. So request body will contain the model and messages. Okay, so these are the two mandatory fields. So here we are creating a model. So model we are using a GPT 3.5 Turbo, and max token is an optional, but we are providing as a thousand for now. And this will be the messages. So messages will be basically a list of message. So here I have created like a role as a user and content. So this question basically will from via a controller will send from the endpoint. So this will be question will send, and once we'll get this one, so basically just we are making an like normal HTTP call. So here we can you can see I have created the HTTP request message, and this request HTTP request is a type post, and this is the if this is the endpoint we want to execute that. So basically we have given like open API and we given chart completion, and from here we are setting up the authorization. So HTTP request header dot add, in the header we are adding the authorization, and then after that bearer, and then space we are giving on the con we are reading basically a configuration key from the app setting .json. Okay, so once we'll get this one, we are converting the completion request into the JSON to send into the HTTP call. Okay, so this here we are converting into the JSON string, and then we are combining we are assigning those content to the HTTP request dot content. Okay, and then after that finally we are making a call to HTTP client dot send we are using, and then after that we are making this HTTP request. Okay, so once this request succeeds, so what we are doing, we are just deserializing the response. So from here we are deserializing that response to the chart completion response. So I will go to the chart completion response. So basically this one like I have created based on the response. So here this is for the request basically, and we'll get the response as a chart completion response, and there we'll have choices. So in the choices will be basically a list of choice, and from there we'll get our content. So here if you'll see, so we have the message, and in the message we'll have the content. Okay, so basically we are just deserializing those content, and we are returning to the controller. Okay, so I hope till this it's fine. Now we'll jump into the controller section. So this is the chart completion controller, and here we can see again I have used the primary constructor, and here we are injecting the services, chart completion services, and just I'm making a call to chart completion services dot get chart completion async, and this is the question which we'll get from the API input as a query parameter, and then we will send that one. So now I will jump to the Swagger. So this is the Swagger of that, and here we have provided one one parameter as a question, and that will be query string. So here we can ask any question. So I will ask what is Angular, and once we'll hit that one, so basically based on this question it will give a response. Yeah, so here we can see we got the response from the OpenAI chat completion endpoint, and this is the related to the Angular like specification. So Angular is a open source, and like whatever details it had provided. If I'll ask who won 11 World Cup, and if I'll try to hit that one, so basically it will return the result based on the whatever like question we have asked. So here we can see India won the 2011 World Cup. Okay. Yeah, so thanks for watching this